Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please stand for the arrival of the bride and bridal party? Be seated. Well, right, good afternoon everyone. On behalf of Sotiris and Chloe, may I welcome you all to the 40 Hall Banqueting Suite, which has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. My name is David Redgrave. I'm the Deputy Superintendent Registrar for the London Borough of Enfield, and it is a pleasure and a privilege to perform this marriage ceremony for you this afternoon. My colleague today is Tanya. Tanya is our Registrar of Marriages, and whilst the ceremony is in progress, Tanya will enter details into the register and also officiate at the signing of the register. And we're here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Sotiris and Chloe. And on their behalf, I would like to thank you all for coming here today to support them and sharing their happiness on this very special occasion. But I do have to say, if any person present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. Last chance. Right, carry on. Now, marriage means making a commitment to each other for the rest of your lives, to the developing and maintaining of affection, cooperation, friendship, and mutual respect. Marriage is a desire by two people to share themselves and their experiences with each other, and a willingness to accept each other for who they are. It calls for honesty, patience, and a very good sense of humour. And partners in such a marriage will be loving, caring, and the very best of friends. Now, before you are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. A question for each of you now. Sotiris, will you take Chloe to be your lawful wedded wife? Will you be loving, faithful, and loyal to her for all your married life together? Chloe, will you take Sotiris to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you also be loving, faithful, and loyal to him for all your married life together?
I will.
Right, now we have the first of our legal declarations, so if you can repeat after me. Sotiris, you go first. I do solemnly declare that I know not of any lawful impediment why I, Sotiris Papadopoulos, may not be joined in matrimony to Chloe Mary Louise Ruffle. Right. Your turn. I do solemnly declare that I know not of any lawful impediment why I, Chloe Mary Louise Ruffle, it's your fault, may not be joined in matrimony to Sotiris Papadopoulos. Right. Now, the ancient and traditional way of sealing a contract is by the giving and receiving of rings. The wedding ring has an important significance in a relationship, as it is a circle with neither beginning nor end. Sotiris and Chloe have chosen to mark the occasion of their marriage in this time-honoured way. So, if I can take your bouquet, if you can turn and face each other. Hold each other's hands. Look at each other. Get used to it. Right, now repeat after me. Sotiris, you're first. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Sotiris Papadopoulos, do take you, Chloe Mary Louise Ruffle, to be my lawful wedded wife. Okay, that's okay. Right, okay. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Chloe Mary Louise Ruffle, do take you, Sotiris Papadopoulos, to be my lawful wedded husband. Sotiris, you can take this one. Place it on the third finger of Chloe. Right, hold the ring there and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. I promise to care for you with love and friendship, to support and comfort you through good and troubled times. I promise to respect and cherish you, and to be faithful always. These promises I make to you for the rest of my life. Right. There we are. Okay, replace that on Sotiris' third finger. Hold the ring there and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. I promise to care for you with love and friendship, to support and comfort you through good and troubled times. I promise to respect and cherish you, and to be faithful always. These promises I make to you for the rest of my life. I'd like to turn and face me. You hold hands. Thank you. Right, Sotiris and Chloe, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of family, friends and witnesses. You have sealed the contract with the giving and receiving of rings. In addition, you have given each other promises of love and commitment. May you have many happy years together. May all your hopes and dreams come true, and may you always believe in each other. So it gives me great pleasure to say that you are now, what is it? Husband and wife, congratulations! Now, we've got to come around here. So if you go round that way, and you come round this way. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the signing of the register, and hopefully we'll have a bit of music go on while we do this.
With G's for mine. Can you do your signature just there for me? Done it now. Stop. You're so nervous. You've done well. You sign that Sotiris, yeah? And then Chloe, just sign it next to the B for me. Turn the pen around, that's it. You need to left-handed, don't you? You sign that C ruffle, yeah? Yeah. And is it Tom, you said?
Yeah, it's my husband.
Tom? Shall we move it up there a bit? There you go, from here.
You go round
Come
there.
Oh, watch your toes.
Oh, you're right. How's it going? Well, imagine pretty good right now.
Tom, when you're ready, can you sign here where that W is with that pen for me? Who's more nervous? You or
Me at the moment.
what did you sign your signature as, Tom?
T Partridge.
Right, so T, P-A-R-T,
Like
R-I-D-G-A.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, no. And Amy, is it? What's your signature sign in there? A-Raphael. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is that okay?
Maybe your mum would have got a morning.
Right, this is for photographs now. Okay, we just need a pen, don't we? Just pretend you're signing with this, yeah?
Just look down the register if you sign it. Okay.
Right, if you'd like to come round here. Face your guests, basically. That's it, come here. That's it. Right, the last thing we have to do today is present the marriage certificate. So it is tradition in this country, as some of you probably know, that it is always we give it to the boss, or actually the bride. So there we are. All right, that's yours. So will you all please stand and show your appreciation as they lead you out of the room up the back there. All right, and thank you for coming to support them. All right, thank
I could just start off the proceedings by saying, thank God for that. We're finally here. It's done. But now, on a serious note, thank you everybody for attending. To Chloe and Sotiris' big day. It was short notice, but then got even shorter. Yeah. So I know people had to change things to make arrangements to attend, but it is fully appreciated, and thank you everybody.
You didn't memorise it then?
No.
Well, we come on the same page.
I know. Don't worry, yours is to come. I just would like to say how, and I think you'd all agree, how beautiful Chloe looks today.
Yeah.
And he don't scrub up too bad either. Especially once he's cut his beard. As you're all aware, we've had a few false starts to get to this point, so it's fantastic we've been able to see it through today. But I think it's a credit to them, the fact of determination, and this is their big day, and this is something that they wanted to do. And touch wood, it's all gone to plan so far. But I've still got the rest of my speech, so don't worry.
Oh my God.
I would like to thank a few people for today. It has been a lot of hard work, particularly Shelley, who's done the majority of the flowers that you see. She has been slaving away. Chloe's done a bit, and Sotiris has been supportive over the phone. Sorry, mate. And also the suppliers and the venue have also had to change things so that we're able to do what we've managed to do today. So with pending lockdown and the mad world that we're living in at the moment. So yeah, that's fantastic. It's all come together for their big day. I've got one last thing, so I'm not going to bore you too much. But one last thing and a token gesture for Sotiris. And this dates back to when I got married. 30 years ago? 30 years ago?
Yeah, 30 years ago next year.
It just seems like that.
Yeah, alright, whatever.
And this dates back to when I got married, and there was a token gift from my father-in-law, Bob. And I think it's only my duty,
To pass it
being
on.
that now it's Sotiris and Chloe's big day, that I now pass this on. And it served me well for 30 years. And I'm glad to get rid of it. And it set me free.
It's a ball and chain.
And it's a ball and chain. And this is just a token of what's to come. And it's like mother, like daughter. So I know what you're in for.
You put it round your ankle.
Google it.
Yeah.
Google it.
I'll let you know after. And I'd like you all to join me in a toast, if you would, for the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh.
Thank you.
This is over. You're alright. It's only us.
Okay then. So, I would like to thank all of you for being here today on this special occasion. You have all made this happiest day of our lives. Everyone has worked so hard bringing it all together at short notice, and we are so grateful for that. I'm so happy that this day has finally come to marry my beautiful Chloe. She's literally like my world and the most amazing person I've ever met, and now finally she's my other half. Officially.
Your wife.
Trying to make it different.
Okay.
Chloe has always been there for me from the set-go since I've met her. Even after our first meeting, when she picked me up from her, I screamed at her in the car to turn right. But I can only thank my mother-in-law, Michelle, who didn't say her proper name by the way, that for reassuring her that I was nervous. So that's why I'm here this day, marrying her. And I've never met anyone in my life that has such a connection with and got on so well with meeting someone after the first time. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you've. It seems like everybody's had a lovely time so far, and I hope I don't manage to ruin that in the next 5 minutes. Everybody's looking amazing. Chloe, you look amazing. Sotiris, you're a very lucky boy, and I'm sure everybody will agree. So yesterday, with the short notice, I was brainstorming what I'd say in my head on the way to work as I wrote this speech. And I said, don't mention the pandemic, don't mention the pandemic, don't mention the pandemic, but I'm going to mention the pandemic. And I'm going to mention it for 3 reasons. Okay? First of all, it's been such a massive part of this wedding, but not part of their story because they will always love each other. But yeah, sadly being postponed, moved, and then moved again. But I think if Adam, one of the other best men, was here, he would summarise it as somebody banging on the door to our flat yesterday going, help, 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 help. And then Adam and Sotiris both laughing as I struggled to get my suit and forgot to get the shoes. But yeah, none of the postponements, rearrangements and late night shopping trips will really matter because Chloe and Sotiris' love will always win. Reason number 2, when Chloe and Sotiris had to trim their larger wedding down to 13 people, I'm sure we all feel very lucky to be one of the people who are here. I know a lot of hard decisions were made, and I know that there's countless people at home wishing you all the best and all of the love in the world. And Sotiris, don't forget, we haven't had your stag do yet, so prepare to be kidnapped and be prepared to have to wear a Spurs kit. Be prepared for that.
Hey, that ain't not happening. No.
You won't know about it. But remember, ultimately, it doesn't matter how many people are watching. It doesn't matter that there wasn't a stag do because Sotiris and Chloe's love will always win. And finally, when Sotiris initially told myself and Adam that the original wedding was postponed, we saw how much that hurt him, and we knew that it hurt him to not be able to show the rest of the world how much he loves Chloe. And I'm glad that we're here today to be able to see how much Sotiris loves Chloe. So with that, I would love it if you could all join me in a toast, because love will always win, to the bride and groom.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the best.
Yeah, that was it.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, well done, well done.
Billy, you've got to be up the front. Come on.